Hey everybody. Does anybody else have trouble connecting your Bluetooth devices? I have this Bluetooth headset that I had it paired with my notebook and I accidentally disconnected it. And now I can't it won't see it again. They're so touchy, these Bluetooth devices. Move 11 is submitting a game for analysis. Okay. That's tomorrow. So make sure. You know this is for tomorrow. Alright. Copy, learn, study. My studies. Yep. Add a new study. No, I don't want to add a person. Sorry. Chapter. Add a new chapter. Paste. Oh, alright. Done. Okay. Anyway, so today is a different stream. Today is tournament stream. It's Tournament Tuesday. No, it's Tournament Wednesday. It doesn't rhyme, but it's close enough. Alright, so we're hosting a Swiss tournament today for our Panda and Horses team. Come here. Panda is he needs his own camera. We used to have his own camera. Actually, I don't understand. I thought I had another separate plug and play camera, but I can't find it. So Panda is cameraless. Hey. I don't know how I can get my other computer maybe to work. Alright. Anyway, he's too short to be on my lap. So welcome. Astrobate, are you back? Wait, you're not back, are you? Astrobate, you're back already? Are you on your phone? Or is that that's an old comment. Maybe Astrobate's not really here. Miki Dekat. And other names that are hard to pronounce with mostly syllables. You need more. No, actually, you have a lot of vowels in your name. Miki Dekat. Miki Decate. How do I say that? Tekadikum. It's easier to say that. Tekadikum. Sparkle Horse, Rudusu, Miki Dekat, Competition Ready, Muhammad Fish, and Jasper 2000, or Jasper if you pronounce with the European J. Miki Dekat. Okay, Miki Dekat. So I don't know. Panda, we need a separate. He needs a separate camera. All right. So 3 days ago we had a follow. Good. Oh, big news. Not so good news. Well, maybe good news. I'm not gonna play in the World Senior Team Championship. I don't have to go to Albania in April because the loser, so I was supposed to have a team with, bailed on me. Another player bailed. So we had another bail, and that's it. So we're done. No team. So I had to remake the donation bar with a new title. It's no longer called World Senior Team Fund. It's called the Summer Tournament Fund. As yet to be determined. We have received $96.78 donations, and I timed it for June. I was considering the possibility of going to Vegas in National Open, which is like the first week of June or something like that. So, but that's just an idea. No commitments. But if you donate, it goes toward the summer tournament fund. And so we need your donations. So Sachi can play chess. Okay? Okay. Hey. I don't talk like that. Hey. Move 11. Smoking is bad for you. Sparkle Horse Redusa Mickey competition, aka Cafe Chess, Mohammed Jasper. So we have 8 minutes to go. Is that right? 8 minutes to go. All right. Today's tournament is Rapid Swiss. 7 rounds, if there's enough players, hopefully. And Asterbait had to go get his biometric passport or something. So he's not here now. Or maybe he got abducted by ICE. They're on the move in Vegas. Alright. He's posing for a Ring doorbell video. So, well, what's up? Anyway, move 11. Are you here? Yasser Bait. That's a good one. I like that. That's a good one. Yasser Bait. Reset 101 played last time. Miles the Miasmic. I don't know about these guys. I don't know how they like Swisses. We're going to do a Swiss tonight. And that's good because I can warm up on a weaker player, although they're usually pretty strong. Because we're getting mostly stronger players here. 24, 22, 22, 22, 18, 17. Those are the ratings. By the way, did Fyodor Dostoevsky even play chess? Like, who knows? I don't know if Dostoevsky knew anything about chess. And, you know, Dostoevsky's older than, you know, he's actually, you know, older than the generations where the Soviets or the Russians really got good at chess. So I think a lot of people have misconceptions about chess. Dostoevsky's quote here, like a chess player cares more for the process of attaining his goal than for the goal itself. This is a kind of debatable quote, you know. I mean, even though Dostoevsky was a great writer, that doesn't mean he knew anything about chess. A lot of people have very big misconceptions about chess. I think it's different for everyone. So I'm not sure that's necessarily true. I care about the goal itself. But yeah, maybe the process is more important to some, not to everyone. So, anyways, what do writers know about chess? Former relative of Tolstoy. Ingmar Bergman, I don't know. Humphrey Bogart played chess. Now we're gonna get into like actors. Okay, anyways, it's unclear to me if Dostoevsky was a good chess player. I have no clue. Although, you know, I will say that probably writers were around cafes a lot in places where in that era, in the late 19th century, early 20th century, the Grand Cafe, sort of, the academics hang out playing chess. I could see a little bit of that, like interconnecting academics, writers, chess players, the intellectual, the Illuminati. Anyways, I don't know what I'm talking about. You know. Oh, right, yeah. Ingmar Bergman. Yeah, famous chess team. Ingrid Bergman. No. Ingmar. Edmar Madness. No relation to Ingmar Bergman, strangely. They're both Mars. So, anyway, guys, join our tournament. We've got a 7-round training tournament, for lack of a better term. I'm not playing in the World Senior Team Championship. No Team 2 USA. So, if you got any good suggestions, let me know about late spring or summer tournament. I will consider it. And right now, nothing on the agenda except for the Hungarian Team Championship. A couple of rounds left. And I don't want to play in crappy tournaments or tournaments with millions of little kids. So whatever. Actually, National Open probably will have that, but I don't know. Anyway, National Open I thought would be fun, but whatever. We have a Tolstoy. There's a path here in the Central Park in Budapest, the city park in Budapest. Leo Tolstoy path or walk. I don't know what you call it. It's like a path. It's not for cars. It's for walking. Shaitan, it's called. It's like a Leo Tolstoy Shaitan. Anyway, famous Russian writers for 300, Bob. My opens always have nasty 9-year-old kids. Their parents are worse. It's the parents that make the nasty 9-year-old kids, you know. The little kids weren't hatched from eggs. Just keep that in mind. Alright, so it didn't come out of pods or something. For every little nasty 9-year-old kid, there's nasty parents who spawned him or her. But I could play in a senior tournament. I saw there was like one in Germany. It looked really, really weak. Actually, I think some of them are like really for like 60 plus or 65 plus. I had to find a 50-year-old, 50 plus. Another tournament I saw somewhere. Oh, they're having a tournament in a nice place in Bled in Slovenia. Oh, shit. Bled, Slovenia. It's real fancy advertising and stuff for amateurs. Under 2,300. Acerbate's getting booked by ICE. They think he's a Mexican immigrant. Right. The tournament is 2,300, but I'm under 2,300. I'm 2,290 something now. But I'm just thinking, like, it'll still be a nightmare with, like, millions of little kids. Even if I can play in a 2,300 tournament, there better be some good prizes. Yeah, I mean, that's calling to lose rating, I know. In the U.S., the National Open is under 2,300, but it's under 2,300 U.S. with very good prizes. Like $5,000 for the under 2,300 section. Unfortunately, my U.S. rating is over 2,400. I haven't been able to lose those points because I let my U.S. Chess Federation membership lapse. So they stopped stealing my rating points at some point to give them to Caruana. That was going on for a while. They would take my rating points and give them over to Caruana's dad so he could award them to his son. That went on for a long time. But anyways, here we go. Under 2,300 FIDE. Hello? Miles, the miasmic, is in the middle of the cut. How's that, bro? You're the middle of the tournament field? How does that happen? Isn't he like usually winning the tournament every week? Yeah, I would get busted for losing on purpose. You know what I was thinking though? If I drew all my games, if I just gave away all my points with draws, would that be like against the rules? If someone like blatantly dumped all their points just drawing everyone, I guess. Has that ever happened though? Has anyone ever gotten like banned for purposely drawing all their games? Has anyone ever heard of that? Anyone getting like in trouble for drawing away all their points? Technically, you didn't throw any games. You just like agreed to like draw all your games. Just give away all your points that way. I hate this opening, and there's really no way to avoid it. I had one the other day against a guy who played like a bot in my simul. The knight a3 is the Queen's Indian in reverse. Wow. That's certainly crafty. She's crafty. I don't know about b6, but how bad can it be? So how is it that Miles the Miasmic is in the middle of the field at 21-23? I mean, isn't he like one of the top, supposed to be like one of the top rated players? Did you sandbag or something? Astromate was here earlier, helping me promote the beginning of this tournament, but he had to go with his roommate somewhere, I think, with Higgins. Oh, the woes of being Magnum PI. There's an interesting possibility here of knight e4. Is that something you would ever want to do? There's also, once in a while you'll get stuff like bishop h6. I had that played against me once. To avoid the exchange of pieces, then you exchange on f6 and double my pawns. Okay, this is not an exciting position. I have to say, I'm not excited. What do I do now? Why do you play like this? First time anyone's ever played the reverse knight a6 Queen's Indian against me. d4 is like unheard of on Lichess. Basically, do I have to take? I don't really want to take. Take on c4. If I take on c4, you take on c5. I trade queens. That's not good. I don't want to lose the file. If you take on c5, I take on c4. Then your knight has a good square. There are pills that would help if you generally have trouble getting excited. Do I want to know what you're talking about? Do you mind creating some sort of imbalance? Or is this the way it's going to be the whole game? Oh. Wow. Let me see the tournament field. Open Lincoln Spring, Splitville. Splitville. No, I don't want to see Miles the Masvic. I want to see the tournament. God damn it. Alright. Where's the tournament? Dude. Where's my tournament? Yeah, there it is. Alright, I don't want to see that, dude. I want to see the fucking tournament. I know I'm playing the game. Astrobate's in with a half point. But Miles the Miasmic, I don't understand the starting rankings, how I'm paired with him. How do I get paired with Miles the Miasmic? Competition ready is 2200, stab bargain is 2140, reset is 2200, so we have a zillion 2200s. That's crazy. Wow. There's like a zillion 2200s in the tournament. But who talked about getting excited? Zencha said, I barely have played at all, so I'm going to get slaughtered. Then you said, if you want, we could organize a 10-game USCF rated classical match. And then you said, there are pills that would help if you generally have trouble getting excited. What? Where did that come from? That's a weird comment. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So technically I'm protected. I wonder if I have any options here. Rook c8. C takes d. Are you serious? Queen e8. Queen e8. Bishop takes d5. Queen e8 looks plausible. Queen e8 allowing knight to b5. That's the only thing that bothers me there. Queen e8. Alright. And now I have less time. Queen f5. Rook a c8. Pawn takes d5. What the fuck is that, dude? Bishop takes d5. Bishop takes f6. Bishop takes f6. Yeah, this is wrong. This is totally wrong, dude. The man who creates no pawn weaknesses. What does my move even do? Nothing. It doesn't help me at all. I couldn't find a good move. I'm like in Zugzwang. He's talking about you being bored? Oh. Well, I'm not bored, but the position is boring. But they're different. I got other things to think about. Yeah, I don't think Queen e8 is that great, ultimately. What am I going to do? Shit. Again, I'm in Zugzwang. Okay, maybe I still have a move. Like, okay, we have moves. Okay, let's say he plays Queen h4 or Queen f4, moves the queen somewhere. I guess Asturbate's back. Asturbate had to get his driver's license renewed. Now, this is a very weird move and annoying. Perfect Zugzwang. Right? This is Zugzwang. This is your brain on Zugzwang. What the fuck? Very strange. Queen b2. What is that? Just like win a pawn? Fucking unbelievable. It's really strange. What the fuck, man? Well, we know who's going to win this tournament. I'm not bored. Position's not boring. I'm just like losing now. What is there to think about here? You have even better than winning a clear central pawn? It's a tough decision, isn't it? You go for like more with knight b5? Oh my god. Well, anything's better than that. I mean, I'd rather have this than losing the clear central pawn. Now we need a good move. Look how far he can calculate, too. I hate losing. I really do. I'm not even awake yet. Immediately I get like super insanely good strength of play by my first opponent. It's supposed to be a Swiss where I'm playing someone weaker in the first round. Instead I get a guy who's playing like 2300 plus. And your rapid rating is lower than your blitz. You know, that makes total sense. Bro. Are you like the only person on Lichess whose rapid rating is lower than your blitz? Because mostly people are like 200 points higher. That's retarded. Whatever. I'm back in the game. Of course, it's winning. Winning by force. Whenever you exchange down, you're automatically winning by force. Especially if a passed pawn on the board exists. Everyone knows that. Black has maybe compensation for the pawn. I mean, for the exchange. I would agree with that assessment. He has a good blockade. I don't see why white... No, okay, that's a little bit loosening. He's going to go after my pawn now. So we have to find another way to protect it. Wow. Hello? Now maybe I'm winning. When you said I was winning, I wasn't winning. I was still equal at best. And I'm lucky to be even that. Yeah, I was fully lost. I was fully lost. When you claimed I was winning, it was like equal. I missed something though. I had something that was winning. The move that I just completely did not see here, knight d7. This retreating move never, ever occurred to me. Because it's kind of passive, I never even considered going backwards. I looked at knight g4. Av, Burke. So I'm lost in 1 out of 1 position so far. Good. Alright, guys. Gevorg. Yeah, but GHS, you're overconfident as usual in your evaluations. So, yeah, I mean, what did I do to get a lost position in like 3 moves? Rook fd8. Had to play rook a d8. So this way doesn't work. Now I have to play queen f5, and queen e8 isn't good enough. Queen b2 is very strong. And now he should have just taken the pawn, but instead he went for this risky knight b5. Very lucky there. Otherwise, I'm just losing a clear pawn. GS Shaki winning his first game against Mickey. What? Mickey, did you berserk again? CGN also upset victory against Stapvargan. He's 1600. He beat Stapvargan. What? Stapvargan down a rook. I won. Zenchess won. Reset won. Competition ready. Beat a praying mantis. You ruined Drew with Redusa. That's a good result. He ruins 1925. Man, I'm so lucky he didn't just take the pawn on d5. He thought for a while there. Amazing how easily you can get a lost position. I mean, I made like 2 mistakes and I'm lost. From a really not very complicated situation. I had to do the other way, like rook a d8 and queen c8. That way my queen would protect my bishop on b7. And the computer didn't like your rook move. If you had done the other rook, rook a d1, you never would have had issues with the a1 rook. Thanks, guys. Good turnout for a Swiss. I think it's a good time control. It's sort of blitz, but rapid at the same time. Astrobate is back from the... Whoa, just say 2404. Nice. Bullet Chess 2500. Chess Gamer. This is a Swiss 7+3. It's rapid, but fast rapid. Guys, if you donate, you'll now donate to the Sledgy Summer Tournament Fund. I am not going to the World Senior Team Championship. We're no longer sponsoring a team. I mean, not sponsoring, but I was going to be part of a group of players from the U.S. to go play in the World Senior Team Championship in Albania, but they bailed on me, so I'm not going to be playing in that. Anyway, competition ready? Are you ready? Apparently not. He's not ready. He's here, but he's not ready. So if anyone donates, it will go toward wherever our next tournament is. And I was thinking about the National Open, but I don't know yet. I don't know if I really want to go to the United States. Feels kind of wrong, you know, to go there. At this stage of the game. But if anyone knows of a good tournament, let me know. I'm open to suggestions. Maybe somewhere between like April and July. I'd like to play in something. We have a really stupid Budapest Spring Festival here this year in the end of February. Note to tournament organizers: the end of February is not spring. Okay. You don't want to be hosting spring tournaments in the before even March starts. That's stupid. Okay. I don't know what happened to Competition Ready. Looks like his mom called him for dinner or something. Bobby. What is a Maya Open? Billy. Oh, there he is. He's giving me 1.5 minute time mods. Thanks for the time mods. I actually play worse when people give me time mods, usually. If that's your strategy. At PCN. Prehistoric caveman rap. PCR. Oh no, you're not. Oh no. We're not doing the Cambridge Strings or whatever. You did that. Oh no, it's a semi-Slav. Wow, the pawn triangle even. Did you do that last time? It's not scheduled yet in Portugal. Oof, tournament not scheduled yet. Kind of risky. Risky business. So World Senior Team Championship is out. Anyway, I was a little bit upset because Ginsburg had already canceled, and our team would have kind of sucked anyway. So we needed Ginsburg, and he bailed immediately. I'm kind of glad that it got canceled. The only thing good about the World Senior Team Championship is that I would have gotten to play some GMs. But whatever. All right. I had a game years ago with Rick Bauer, an American FIDE master from Connecticut. He played f6. I think f6 is considered to be a mistake. Because it severely weakens Black's position. How do GMs go to so many tournaments? How do little kids go to so many tournaments? Oh, you mean the GMs who are little kids who have like rich parents from Silicon Valley, or like adult grandmasters? Most grandmasters have parents who work in Silicon Valley. Or the average ones do nowadays. How do grandmasters go to so many tournaments? Dude, you're not from India, are you? The Indians are like masters of it. They go to every tournament, no matter how far they have to travel and stuff. I don't. They go in huge groups, and so they manage to offset all the costs and stuff. They get sponsorship from their local airlines. I don't know. Adults like Hans Ziemann. Hans Ziemann is a man child. He's probably still on the Silicon Valley sponsorship. He's only a few years out from mom and dad, paying for his world travel. That's not a very good example of an adult, Goldur Khan. You're asking us how super grandmasters who are rated like 2,700 can play in so many tournaments? You're not seriously asking that question, right? I want to know how the ones who are like 2,300 can play in tournaments. Like, say I was a grandmaster somehow. Most grandmasters can't afford to play in tournaments. At least the Hungarian ones that I know. That's adult Hans Niemann, right? Depends on your definition of an adult. Alright. For me, he'll always be a child. So... weird game. I keep wanting to do something decisive here. I like my position. I don't know what to do. This is really random. Yeah, stop asking weird questions. Yeah, can we just ban weird questions? From the stream? The weird random questions that 13-year-old kids ask. I can't even concentrate. I don't know why I look at the Twitch chat. It's so distracting, bro. I really have to stop doing that. While I'm playing in the tournament. Need to be more focused, seriously. Competition ready. I don't like the pawn triangle. Krasenkov got wailed on at the World Senior. That was a Marshall Gambit. It looks like the Marshall Gambit is no fun for black, but I don't know it well enough to play that. I don't know if I ever tried it, seriously. No, seriously, Krasenkov had a really good tournament, and he ruined his whole tournament by losing with black in the stupid pawn triangle. If he had just played something solid, he probably would have had a chance to tie for first. But, you're playing another strong grandmaster, playing that crap with black. That's like if you... I don't know why you want to play it. Is it an attempt to win or an attempt to lose? Black seems to lose the initiative for a pawn in this opening if white plays the critical line. And I just don't know. Is it a weird Korchnoi-like way of playing for a win? You, grab a pawn and try to win? It seems so dangerous for black. It's my turn. I didn't know it was my turn. All this time I've been talking and it's my turn. Wow. I don't really want to trade queens. That's the only problem. If I trade queens, I feel like black has pretty good chances. We keep the queens on board. Literally. On board. No, you should. A lot could be seen here. B4, bishop takes c4, an idea of... Well, maybe. I was just going to play knight b1 or knight a2 in that instance. I think that, yeah, he'll be like borderline overextended. Now we're expecting... what are we expecting? Knight d6, I was thinking. Oh, bishop b4. That's kind of cool. Although I don't know if it's good enough. Probably not. Alright. Well, it's a blitz game now. We just play blitz and hope something good happens. I don't really like exchanging on b5. Oh, covered it up. Alright. Yep. So knight g5. Wow. Why not? Competition ready. He purposely brought his rating up to exactly 2200 to avoid any questions about his strength. I could play b3. Why do you have so much time? I just sat there for like a minute thinking it was your turn. And you sacked a minute and a half and you said you fell asleep. He fell asleep. What time zone would you fall asleep in? Here's a knight. Night job. He's a night watchman. That's what Asterbait should do. Get a job with a security company. Be the night watchman. Six versus four. It's a 6-on-4. You saw that, didn't you? I don't find any tactics. I think my coordination here would be worth something. He defended. Mm-hmm. Because of course. That's so creepy. Just a bit of a bullet player, this guy. Rook A1. I'm down a pawn. That's like a cheapo. Are you serious? How does he see these moves so quickly? And he said he was sleeping before. He fell asleep. The bullshit that I get from people is unbelievable. Threatening bishop a6, you see all these tactical moves, and then make up bullshit claims that you were sleeping. Yeah, you seem very sleepy, bro. Hardly conscious at all. Sleepiness is it's striking how sleepy you are. Yep. Just happened to see that. He should hold this easily. I don't know. I just don't see myself winning this position. It's like objectively a draw. Pretty amazing game. I don't think I have any chances of winning this position. He was sleeping. He gave me 1.5 minute time odds. Only made one mistake the whole game. 7 minor inaccuracies versus my 3 mistakes and 3 inaccuracies. So overall, black really played better than white. If you think about the fact that he made less serious mistakes, he actually has a higher accuracy, very slightly, than me. It's a very sharp position. But I mean, I'm always behind on the clock. I wasted all the time you gave me. I sat there for fucking, how long did I sit here on this move? I had 4:58. No, I spent 2 minutes thinking it was your turn in this position, talking in the chat. So you gave me a minute and a half, and I, at this point, sat there taking 2 minutes to play the best move. Giving you all of your time, plus even more, back. Zen Chess, meanwhile, is 2-0. Got a forfeit win in the first round. Reset, 2-0. Well, at least I avoid... Well, I don't know. I'm hoping to avoid Zen Chess and Reset, but it looks like we can't. I mean, somebody's got to play them. Well, I mean, they'll play each other. Okay, this game they'll play each other, and then, next game we'll play one of them. But Jesse, February? Who's Jesse? Jesse. Quite a strong player, lots of games, so we know they're legit. It's nice to see somebody who's been here for 10 years and has 25,000 games. I think it's safe to say they're legit. Alright, well. Yeah, good game. Competition ready. Gina Rook. Gina Rook. Gina Bishop. What made you be a rook? Alright. Let's see. I know, that's funny. Sludgy. Chess Gamer 200, that's the French guy. Okay. I had 2 coffees today, it didn't help. I still have dementia. Zenchess said he's rusty, so we'll see. Titled, I think. Well, I don't know. They don't seem to have a title. Especially people who are streamers would probably want to have their title in their account. No, that's a girl. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. That's a girl. It's an African girl. South African girl. No, woman, whatever. But it's not this player. I'm talking about this player from Mexico here. Jesse HF. Yes. No, that's a South African woman player. We're talking about someone else. Don't get her started about women's chess. Alright. Should we have WCM titles? WACM? Arena Women's Chess Master? Alright. Let's go. I can't believe Netflix is making made the Judith Polgar show. Seems like a money grab for Polgar, but whatever. Alright. Redusa versus Sparkle Horse. Why not? Why not? Anyway, you're just getting money from Jeff Bezos. Who just give his money to Melania anyway. D4, knight f6, c4. Oh no, it's Netflix. I'm sorry. Wait. No, Netflix. I'm sorry. It's not Amazon. Crazy. Okay. Whatever. It's the same thing. They're all corrupt. So we're going to play a Nimzo? Man. Okay. It's just that I'll try to fix that. It's covering part of the clock. Well, it doesn't matter because there's no digit there. It's just a digit that's a 0. That's alright. That's not important. There's no number there. You know, unless you go over like 10 minutes or something, bro, it's not going to be a problem. Unless you're planning on banking your time till you're up over 10 minutes and then you want to see the 10. It's not going to matter. Okay, we got better things to worry about than that. So, I mean, after the Queen's Gambit, it seems weird to have the Polgar thing. I guess she saw how much Nona got from the lawsuit against Netflix. Decided to cash in. But I figure Netflix viewers are chessed out after the Queen's Gambit. It's not gonna fly, really. Alright, what are we doing here? We're waiting for F4. Game time to make sandwiches. What is this, a Super Bowl? So you're going to play... What do you do without f4? I figure I'll just let him, you know, sit there and I'll wait for him to do something. Bishop e3. Now f4 transposes to a main line. Normally blacks play kind of centers on this weak pawn. Bishop a6 is normal. Normal. So if you don't do f4, what do? Bishop e3. I faced that. Oh, that's another line that the Merle Dixon used to play against me. That the cult of accounts that used to be like run by this one guy who had like 4 or 5 different accounts in my simuls on Sunday. Until we eventually like banned them all. I was just like really tired of playing the same player in 5 games in the same simul. After I put up with it for like a year and a half or 2. He used to play this. There were a couple games with bishop e3. Maybe f4, f5, bishop e3. I had a tournament game with f4, f5, I think knight g3, g6, and knight g7. Against the Romanian IM. I don't like this line for white. The Williams with an S. Ugh. No. The Polgar father, yeah, he's kind of... I don't know how they portray him in the documentary, but I'm sure it doesn't do any fair justice to the reality. Yeah. I'm not a big believer in, you know, forcing children to be athletes or whatever. It should be a decision that they make, not like their parents are forcing them to do it. Nobody forced me to be a chess player, and that's the way it should be. The really sickest thing is some guy in India has a like 3-year-old who played in tournaments. Okay, that's like child abuse. I mean, there's no way the 3-year-old should be forced to compete in chess tournaments. Now you've gone way too far. E5. Wow. So what do I do about that? I still want to play f5. I don't understand why Radusa, who... Yeah, the father of the Polgars is a very strange guy. I don't really know him, but he tried to contact me before about some stupid... He invented like a different kind of chess or something. I don't know what it was, some kind of scam. He's kind of shady. This was years ago. He was looking for people to like experiment with his new version of chess. I was like, whatever, dude. I think they live in Miami now. The parents. Of course. Okay. So, or somewhere like that, in that area. But I never really wanted anything to do with them. Okay. You know, it's an amazing achievement that you did in chess, but, and I have nothing against her, but I could definitely do without her older sister and her father. Um, it always seems like the youngest child is like the most successful and often the most normal. Guess the best adapted. Oh, Queen A4, look out. I don't understand Reduce's obsession with playing closed positions. He seems like such an attacking player. You're threatening d takes c5, okay. I don't care about that. I do care about the fact that my knight on e8 is not functional. Functional. We can go back. Queen on a4 is always a bad position. Piece. d5. Maybe d5. Alright, we can do it. How am I doing? Snickle. No. S. Mickle. Both. G's. 13th. That's a long name. Is that the maximum? Sorry about mispronouncing that. Pop Snickles. Bishop takes or knight takes. We don't like getting pinned, so probably bishop takes. Mikkel Snickle. Irish pawns. Yeah, the origin of that. Gabble roll mops. We'll come back. We made a new donation bar ruble gold mops because I can't go to the World Senior because they canceled our team. So we're gonna have to find another tournament to play in. So I call it the Saji Summer Tourney Fund. But thank you for donating. Unfortunately, no Albania World Senior Team Championship for Saji as our team crumbled and died. This is my tournament. We do it every week. Different forms of it anyway. It is the Ponda February Rapid Swiss. It's a 7-round Rapid Swiss. 7+3. Casual. Alright. But we talk about random stuff. Hey, another masterpiece. Here's another masterpiece. Oh. Guys, if you want to be subscribers to the stream, that's always helpful. No one's a subscriber. Mickey's not a subscriber. Smickle's not a subscriber. Giashaki not a subscriber. Goldercan not a subscriber. Okay, Coffee House Chess and Gina Rook are subscribers. But we could do with some subscribers. Now check this move out. Rook D1. Now that's a freaking scary move. Holy... Bro, what a move. That's not good. I don't like that move. That's a totally uncool move. B5? Am I like losing a piece here? Maybe not. He's scary, this guy. So I do this. But I still don't know what's going on. I guess we'll try to take his rook. We get one rook, and then I don't know what happens after that. I guess we just take, and then we take on c5. Yeah. Redusa is wildly creative. A little too creative, some might say. There's another feature of this position that's interesting. The rook on d1 is not protected, which means I can make a rather strange move here. Knight to c4, believe it or not. Although I don't know how safe that knight is in the long run. Another possibility is knight c6, staying in the pin. I don't like being permanently pinned. I really don't know what to do. Knight c4. I have no idea what to do. I'm just freaking out. Pia Kramnik. Of course. Yeah, that sounds fair. Alright, I'd rather watch a documentary about like a serial killer or something, to be perfectly honest. Nothing personal. Just because I like chess doesn't mean I like to watch documentaries about it, you know. Just me, personally. Okay, I take on c5, buying time. And now we need to make sure our shit is protected. He is a psychopath. Two knights versus two bishops. No. Yeah, I don't know, man. In a way, let's see. Okay. Everything's protracted. Our opponent is truly the master of making threats. Whoa. What is that about? Okay, we're just playing for time, aren't we? You're talking about Jeffrey Dahmer. I started it. I started that. I'm sorry. My fault. I'm just saying, like, you know, if I watch documentaries. I don't necessarily want to watch documentaries about chess. I like playing chess. It doesn't mean that it's interesting outside of that. Some people, healthy ones, have interests outside of chess. Alright, let's just... You could just resign, please. Just resign. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's the way we like it. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. All right, the Nimzo. Did we actually play a decent game? Kind of. One mistake, not a serious one. That game was okay. All right, that's our best effort so far. We got a little bit of a nervous moment there when he did that rook d1 move, but I guess it's a blunder. It's not a blunder. Crazy. It took me forever to realize, like, he's giving me the exchange. So his next move is a blunder. He should play queen f4. If I take on d1, c takes d6. The CDC. Anyway, interesting game. Okay, that'll be fun to analyze later. There's Zen Chess versus Reset. Battling for first place. Reset versus Zen Chess, rather. They look very evenly matched. Reset a clear pawn up. Is it enough to win? Well, major development in the position now. Reset seems very fast. Look at this. Feels like Zen Chess should probably be able to hold here, but in this time control, anything can happen. I'm not sure about placing the queen on b6. Both sides are making some weird moves here. It looks like Zen Chess has pretty reasonable counterplay. Yeah, but White also has a plan. Oh my god. Wow. He just so clearly went for that plan. What? He didn't take the pawn on h6, went for more. Door number 2. What? Oh no. That just sleazed him. He sleazed him, but is it over? What if it's like 8 million pawns for the piece? Oh my god. It's 5 pawns for a rook. Holy moly. Reset just keeps going. He's resetting. Well, I would imagine that White has the initiative with the 5 pawns rather. 5 pawns is not bad. Wow, what the fuck is going on here? Excuse me. Getting critical. The dude's so fast. He's like a mega bullet pro or something. He's 1900 in bullet and plays like that? Dude, how is that possible? How is Reset 1900 in bullet? He just dusted him on time. It was like completely time based. There's no way he's 1900 in bullet. I mean, you can play that fast. He gave Zen Chess no time to make moves. If anything, it was like all speed. I mean, you would be very high rated in bullet, I would think. His ratings are extremely low. You'd think it would be like 2400 bullet. You know, maybe he's a sandbagger. Keeps it low. If you keep the ratings low, you get better pairings for the arenas or something, I guess. But he's extremely fast. I lost to him as well. I forget. Oh, that was the last game of our last tournament, and it was a game that didn't count. So I guess I'll play him. But yeah, very deceptive. He's 2491 performance. But man, I mean, you know, that 1900 bullet rating, he doesn't play a lot of bullet, I guess. Maybe he just doesn't play bullet, which is good. But he's fast. He would be like 2400 in bullet, it looks like. He dropped a rook playing so fast in the process, by the way. You know, he was lost. But Zen chess looked rusty. Well, I mean, competition ready, I'm very paranoid too. I mean, you can't blame people. You came to the stream and nobody knows who you are. Most of the other people in my stream have been playing here for years. So you can't expect like instant credibility um, as an anonymous player joining our team, you know. You really, you gotta understand everyone else, not everyone, but most of the other players are much longer, have been here much longer than you know. Of course they're gonna be skeptical. You have to earn your reputation. Keep it simple. The guy's obviously not 1900 in. He's not 1900 in bullet. If I get another Slav, dude, I'm gonna kill myself. Like, why does that all that anybody plays against me anymore? The Slav. Last game was Slav. The last training game I had was a Slav. It's fucking disgusting. Let me guess. You played the London system with white. Oh. I had a very similar game, yeah. Very similar game the other day. Now, can I go knight h4? I mean, should I? Knight h4? Well, I mean, it has to be the reason why people play h6 in these types of positions. If f3... So you don't like your bishop. Alright. How about g5? That's a provocative move. Wow. If I play knight f5, what happens? Is that bad for me? See, he's playing like bullet chess, bro. Against an IM. He's winning every single game. But why play bullet chess in a 7+3 tournament? When you're 1900 in bullet, dude? And there's no way that that's even possible. I would start an investigation of your ratings. That's extremely strange. Why are you so fast? And you can just crush everyone. See, I'm getting paranoid. Why didn't I attack f5? Well, I mean, I don't know. The thing is, like, when people play so quickly, it's like they're so confident. No, but doesn't that bother you? Like, people are so insanely confident? They have zero fear? It bothers me, you know? It means, like, they think they're better than you. If he was that good, why would he be 2200? wouldn't he be like 2,500? But then, I mean, oftentimes the answer turns out to be they're not that good. Although in this case, I'm skeptical. This guy like wins hourly arenas and stuff. And he's way too low rated to be doing that. But I'd really like to have a good look at the opening sequence. I mean, is that literally like best play? This Insta Knight A6 thing too? Because I'm starting to really doubt my position here. While he uses no time for the whole game, I'm ready to just resign. How are you 1900 in bullet? Like, seriously. Doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make any sense at all. How could you literally be 1900 in bullet? And be so fast and make no mistakes. Now, if I thought I was playing a computer, I would play this game very differently. But I'm under the assumption that I'm playing against a human who's legitimately 2200. It doesn't feel like that, does it? He's just insanely fast. Maybe he's GM strength. Then why would he be 2200? After my pawn. I want to have a good look at this with the engine after the game, because I can't justify this player's ratings on any of the levels. 1900 bullet, 2000 blitz. You're just too fast and too good to beat those ratings. This looks like I'm playing against an engine. Nah, I just resign. Whatever, dude. Just too good. Sorry, bro. I can't possibly accept you with those ratings. Playing like that. That's just weird, dude. You would have to be much higher rated. I don't know what your deal is, but I'm not going to play you anymore. You know, I'm sorry, but that's just weird. Why the fuck is Lafong and this other guy? All these guys are streaming on today. Exactly when I'm streaming. Lafong, Stefanov, and Art Vega at the same time. How can he be so good when he loses like half of his rapid games and he plays against me like a computer? He's gonna win every single game, dude. It's obvious, you know. Do you see this play, dude? Just watch how fast he plays this. Bishop g4. Bishop h5. Knight fd7. That's the Opening Explorer #1 move. Played it instantly. He used no time for the whole game to play this instantly. Now engine #1, e takes f5. And now engine #1 move, d takes c4. Critical. I know the guy's streaming. But he's playing like a fucking computer. Nah, I'm not trusting this guy. I'm sorry, dude. That's not. His ratings and his play are just totally inexplicable, dude. You can't be 2030 in Blitz and play like that against me, okay? It's not cool. Coffee House Chess, these pawn moves are kind of obvious. Yeah, dude. I don't think so. Giving up the center is obvious. Okay, of course it is. You're just a contrarian. It's obvious that a guy who's rated 2030 should play like he's an IM or something. That's obvious. Whatever, dude. He's banned. You're just a person who's like gonna say whatever the contrary thing is. You can't possibly expect me to believe he plays these like perfect moves like that. All right, dude, whatever. I mean, I really hate that. And I'm definitely blocking this guy. I'm not going to have this guy doing this. You know, playing like an engine against me. In my own tournament, you know, there's no way. There's no fucking way, dude. You can look at his other games. This is all Zen Chess, who's a decent player. Jasper, this tournament is not even with rating. And your point is? When did that stop people from cheating? You haven't been watching my stream very long, because I've been facing cheating like for 10 years, and it doesn't matter if the tournament's rated or not. I'm sorry, dude. I know that someone who's 2000 in Blitz can't play like that. I can tell you that for sure. 100%. Competition Ready is chat banned from my stream for doubting me. And I've already been through this with someone else recently. Dude, they want to look good by beating a streamer on their own stream. They want the attention. Of course. He's streaming. He wants to look good by crushing an IM. But he's coming up with instantaneous, like, IM, GM level play. Dude, I saw him. He was winning arenas. He was winning hourly arenas. Whatever. I gave the guy a chance. I don't believe him. We've got enough players here. I don't need to take chances on people who might be cheating. Obviously, I didn't have to resign. I'm clearly worse, but I'm not necessarily lost. But I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to report him. What, are you kidding me? Gina Rook, are you serious? I'm going to report him? For what? Playing a really good game? For being, 2400 strength when his blitz rating is 2000? That's the point. You can't report people for that. Reported him. I'd have a better chance of reporting him for sexual harassment. Get out of here. It's my team. I've seen enough. I reported him to me, and he's most likely guilty. I can feel it, man. I can feel it. I can feel it. I'm telling you, I can feel it. Instantaneously playing D takes C4. It's not even like... There's just all these signs, you know, when you have a ridiculous amount of confidence against someone who's supposed to be like 400 points higher, and you just crank out like instantaneous moves. I play you guys all the time. All the people who are 22, 23, 2400, I know people are, you know, who are really 23, 2400, they're a little bit afraid, so they're hesitant. You know, they think, they use a little bit of time. They don't just instantly reel off like the best moves, bro. That's enough, you know, I've seen enough. I mean, when he reels off the knight on D f7 and D takes c4, I'm already like very suspicious. Then instantly a5, knight a6, all these great moves like in a row. Whatever. Not on my stream, dude. Not in my tournament. I report him to God. His elo doesn't match his playing skill at all, bro. Of course not. And I saw it before in the hourly arenas. It's not even close. You know, it's like, what does he let, like his little brother take out all his points? He would be like 2600. He's as good as Art Vega, you know, easily. That's enough to give me like pause. How can you be 2030 in Blitz here? I mean, what are you talking about, bro? There's no question. I'm not going to get upset about it. Whatever. You know, I'm used to it at this point. But Cafe House Chess too, like, immediately taking the devil's advocate. I get that all the time. Who did that to me last time? With the doubting Larry? I hate that, you know? Always something sarcastic from that Cafe House Chess guy. Even though they're completely new to my stream, he was also criticizing Stepvargan for being suspicious. What do you want? Like, instant credibility? Like, you've been playing here for your whole life? You just come in and you're like, okay. Dude, if I have an opinion, then take it seriously. It's my stream. I don't go around accusing everyone of cheating. But that guy is clearly suspicious. If I'm playing someone who's like 400 points higher than me, supposedly, and I just don't even use any time for the first 15 moves, well, that doesn't look good, dude. You know? Why would he be 2030? Why would he be only 2200 in rapid? It doesn't make any sense, you know? If he could just crush me. It makes zero sense, you know? He wants to be like a chess streamer, but he's not a strong player. So how do you do it? How do you do it? You have advice? You have a computer? I don't know. Doesn't make sense. But I'm not going to let other people exploit me in my own stream. But he doesn't need to cheat against the weaker players. He's probably good enough. Those are probably his real ratings. He's like 2,000, 2,200. You know, if he's playing the weaker players, he can probably beat them on his own. I noticed his game with Zen Chess didn't look as suspicious. He did mess up at one point. Oh, he hung the rook, yeah. But actually, that doesn't mean that much. You know, he was kind of rushing at that point. He had also crushed Zen Chess perfectly in the opening. Like, flawless play. Notice this. The game against Zen Chess actually The game against Zen Chess, check this out. He had 5 inaccuracies, 1 mistake, and 1 blunder, but only the first one came at move 43. Seriously. Okay? This guy, it looks like at the end of the game, oh, it was a totally up and down game, right? He has 0 inaccuracies through move 43 against Zen Chess. Then all of a sudden, he has 5 inaccuracies, a mistake, and a blunder. Uh-huh. Sure, dude. I don't trust anybody, bro. You gotta earn my trust. He's not gonna have to cheat against the 1600. So even the game with Zen Chess looks kind of funny to me. Check it out. 43 moves with 0 inaccuracies. His first inaccuracy at move, 43. He played 42 moves against Zen Chess without a single inaccuracy to build an advantage of 1.7. I mean, okay, it is a very, like, kind of dry line, but still. Not 1 inaccuracy. And let me guess. Yeah. Check it out. Check it out. At move 23, he has 6 minutes to Zen Chess's 46 seconds. He's made 0 inaccuracies using less than a minute for the whole game, until move 25. Did I report him? Why would I bother, dude? The other thing is that Elite Chess doesn't even do anything, even if you're right. Most of the time, they just ignore anyone I report. I gave up reporting people a long time ago. Unless it's, like, really, really flagrant. People who, like, they won 20 games in a row in the hourly arena. Or 100 games in a row or whatever. I even don't do that anymore. I just can't believe how stupid people are. Like, I couldn't tell. They leave the ratings like that. Of course he's going to be suspicious. Where did he come from? Why is he 2030 in Blitz? Crushing hourly arenas? It's not so easy to win hourly arenas, by the way. With those ratings, you shouldn't be winning hourly arenas. He's not high enough rated to do that. Those guys are normally like 24, 2500 to win the hourly arenas. Smurfing is not allowed. Bravo, William. Guys, stop subscribing to my stream. Why did everyone stop subscribing? Be honest now. Do you hate me? Or it's Trump's economy? Astrobate, it's your move, dude. He does that sometimes, Sinus. Astrobate had a tough day. At least we got a follow from Smickle. No, Gina Rook, you're a subscriber. You got gift sub, though. No? Or did you subscribe? I don't want you to be that honest. Just a little honest. Is it the economy or just me? Everyone hates me? Alright, fine. I don't think that guy's legit, I'm telling you. How can you explain it? How can you do that? How can you be 2030 and play so confidently like God? Whatever. I'm gonna just sit here and take that, accept that a 2030 rated bullet player is just dominating this tournament, even though there's like, 8 people who are 2200 plus. You don't hate me, good. Good. That's all you need to say. Alright. We'll just leave it at that. I think we made good progress. It's all Nigel Farage's fault. You go on. Just ban them. Well, good point. But it's heart-wrenching to make the decision, But once we reach that point, yeah, I should just let it go. It's hard to let it go, It's hard to let it go. It's like losing a chess game, Sometimes it's hard to let it go. It's hard to let it go. You ruin. What if I do this? You know what this is? It's like an F3 anti-Grunfeld reverse colors. Right. Trapeze artist. What could possibly go wrong? So be it. Yeah, that's just King E7? Wow. King E7. Rook H6 is stupid. Love is only given to those who want it. Love is better than hate. Wow, what am I doing here? Bad Bunny. So, alright, I don't know. I thought I was like trapping his queen, but I'm not. Maybe I'm winning the exchange. It's good enough. We'll take it. Bravo, William. T Poobot. Is Azerbaijan here? I hate that. Like, you open another window, it's like, you're playing the game. I know I'm playing the game. I know. We know that, dude. I'm opening another window to look at the score. Did Zenchess leave? Or is he still in? He's still in? He's still in. We can't talk about it. Bishop takes f3, knight takes d7. Bishop takes d1. I still win the exchange. You just did like a fancier version of losing the exchange. So you're just increasing the number of pieces that are getting traded. Your run score against me is 26 and what, 26 out of, yeah, he's about 20%. He has time to time played some excellent games, including, now this is crazy. Now you're down a rook. Why did you do that? I'm telling you, I think that the Euro, he's like drinking or something sometimes. The last time he played me, when was it? Was a great game. One of the last games against me, he played tremendously tough. So I think he's very inconsistent. No drinking on the stream. Competition ready against Mickey as a draw. I had 3 extremely difficult games already. You guys just agree to a draw and get it over with. Reduce against Zen Chess. This looks like another Nimzo. Wow. So Zen also had a same-ish Nimzo. You can tell by the structure on the queenside. Now, I've never castled queenside in the same-ish Nimzo. I'm curious how that happened. This is actually a good line that Black's playing here. Udasan style. Leonid Zen Chess. Also very, very solid choice. So he got... It's like a Leningrad, more like a Leningrad than... Zen could play Rook G8 maybe. So it was more like a Leningrad than a same-ish. I don't think I ever castled queenside though. Can we not talk about marriage? Redusa is so loose. He's so loose. Zen Chess experienced tournament player. I mean, there's a big difference between those who play just online and those players who do play over the board. Jinji always said that Black needs to wait before playing d6. Well, I don't know. Interestingly enough, I had this conversation with a friend of mine that, I used to work with Roman, but we always worked on the King's Indian because at that time, in the 90s, when I was studying with Roman, he wasn't playing Nimzo. He was really into the King's Indian. And so sadly, I never really looked at the Nimzo with Roman, which I was always kind of sorry about because he's a very Nimzovichian player stylistically, and he does and did play the Nimzo, and he played it extremely well, especially like the Hubner variation. So I was always kind of bummed that I never really did work on Nimzo with Jinji, but I could have, but I just didn't, and I was interested in the King's Indian too. But as far as playing d6 goes, yeah. Well, I mean, obviously it's committal. I mean, the d pawn might want to go to d5 in some cases. Well, I mean, I played castles, or I played b6, I think. But the move order that White is using here is a little bit unusual. Traditionally, you see a lot of e3. So after f3, it's a hybrid. It transposes to an f3 Nimzo. I get kind of confused about it, to be honest. Dr. Trip Chance? Doctor? Well, with all pawn moves, you want to be flexible. Moving pawns 1 square, you take away your chance to move them 2 squares in one shot, so sure. I've had a nice day so far. I don't know. I mean, you guys need to subscribe. Somebody needs to give some gift subs. Because if you don't, I'm going to have to start playing poker for a living again. I'm really worried about this. We're going to need to start getting some subscriptions and, yeah, reduce us falling apart here. That's definitely not good. But my day so far, not bad. Not a big day. Not a big day. Nothing special going on today. My son is like applying to high schools, and I had to go into his school, sign some paper. That was exciting. The big highlight of my day, leaving the house to go to my son's school. Doing parent stuff. Reading the news, watching with horror. Pandemonium. Has anyone else watched today's Senate hearings with the Attorney General? What a sick government the United States has. It's just sick. I can't watch the news anymore. Pandemonium. Pam Bondi is a demon. Pandemonium. It's also close to Pandemonium. Oh, that's even better, yeah. They're both really, really good guys. I don't know who I like better, Netanyahu or Trump. They're both really stand-up people who are just great and loving individuals. What's my opinion on Omaha poker? Well, no, we like Omaha poker. More cards, more money. Yeah, I've always liked Omaha, and I think it's slowly growing in popularity. But I never had as much experience, but it's slowly getting to the point where, I might be a better Omaha player than I am in Holdo at this point. Ironically, when I went to the EPT, the only tournament I cashed in was in Omaha. But really, that was just, just random luck. But in terms of cash games, I'm winning a lot more in Omaha. Especially 5-card Omaha. People, it takes a lot of skill, dude. Chess players should naturally play Omaha. It takes way more skill, dude. There's a lot more variables. Just the only problem is typically, card rooms and online too don't spread as many Omaha games, so it'd be harder to get bad players to play Omaha. They're intimidated by it. I've been studying Omaha as long as I've played poker. I have tons of books, that I've read on poker, but especially Omaha. So, all right. Yeah, I can't deal with another Slav. But Omaha, it's a big Scandinavian game. Sinus. My friend, actually one of our, I don't think you were here when he was here, but there was a player who used to play on the stream, and he was with me at the European Poker Tour for that tournament. He won a really nice prize in another event at another casino, but he's from Latvia, one of our Ponda members from Latvia. But what I was going to say is it's very popular. It's always been very popular with Scandinavian players. Omaha, that is. And I'm not sure why I played Bishop C4. I got distracted talking about poker now. All right. Maybe someone can explain to me why the reasoning is for that. This is my first time ever playing this line with white. I just had a game yesterday where I played, because I'm kind of running out of ideas. I had a game where I played d4, bishop e3, and tried to castle queenside. But anyway, like, you know, Baltic players, Swedish players, Finnish players, they're all very big on Omaha. Norwegian, everything. I don't know. What do I know about Scandinavian poker? The Scandinavian poker scene. But even like 20 years ago. I mean, it's hard to play Hold'em once you start playing Omaha because it gets kind of boring, you know? Omaha Steaks. You know, we used to get Omaha Steaks, Move 11. My aunt, my father's sister. Omaha Steaks was order by mail business, you know, but at some point they actually started to have like brick and mortar stores. Do they still have those? They might have gone out of business for all I know. I remember when that started. Yeah, we used to get Omaha Steaks delivered. No, chess is different. Chess is different. You start playing Omaha 4 or 5 card poker, it's playing 2 card poker suddenly becomes like very boring. Relative. I like to play mixed games though, you know, where you play both. Speaking of boring, and on the 7th day, God invented the E takes F Caro-Kann. Because the Caro-Kann wasn't boring enough already. Right? It was Sunday, he was bored. The bishop f5 is boring enough. I tried to play the GF Caro-Kann. The real man's Caro-Kann. Sorry, person. I know Coffee House Chess, of course. That's the gold standard. This is exciting. Did you know that they're putting people to death for watching the Squid Game in North Korea? Speaking of that, I was thinking about Stephen King and The Running Man, which is like a novel and a movie about this guy who has to like survive a deadly game show. The original, of course, with Arnold Schwarzenegger. But what if chess were played for your life? You know what I mean? What if we had like, you know, chess for blood? That'd be fun. Just for Fun and Just for Blood. There was this weird book with that title. I think my mom bought it for me at like a garage sale or something. She used to buy random chess books when she would see them. Or like shot glasses that said like Las Vegas on them and stuff. Just random stuff. The knight is going to need to leave. You will need to leave. I'm sorry. Goodbye. You have hate mail. Surprised I haven't gotten any hate mail today. Like Chess Rollerball. Does anybody remember that movie? It's like futuristic sci-fi movie about this made-up sport. What if chess was played for life or death? Or like Russian roulette chess. Something like that. Maybe a mixture. A combo. Chess. It's like chess boxing, but chess Russian roulette. Instead. Just substitute Russian roulette for boxing. What could possibly go wrong with that? Love is given to many. Yeah, why stop at boxing? We just like murder each other. The loser dies. Gladiator chess. Chess to the death. Botvinnik on Space Advantage, move 11. Uh-oh. He's caving. You're threatening B3? I need more love. You guys can donate love. How much is a gift sub? A gift sub is a great way to show that you love the stream. How much is a bad bishop worth? I was watching your streams. I'm still playing. I really like your game style. Thank you. Crucifixion awarded to draws before move 20. This is move 30. He offered a draw. Am I better here, or is it really equal? I mean, objectively. With no break, I have no way to win. So it's only f4. f4 or nothing. And if I play f4, he takes and plays f5. 95 check. No, a draw is fair. I think the position is equal. He has a very bad bishop, but I think he's, you know. Another perfect game. Another one for the cheat department. See, now, I can tell that you're not cheating. How do I know? Why am I not suspicious of Mickey Dickhead? Well, first of all, his ratings actually make sense. He's not 2030 in Blitz, you know, and like 1900 in Bullet. So he's capable of playing well. If I play f4, you take, I take with the pawn. If you play f5, I have 95 check. But I have the feeling that you know, I have too many weaknesses to be better there. It's possible that f4 makes me worse. Let's see. Takes. If f5... Ooh, I have rook e6. I missed that. So f5 is really bad. You can't do that. But anyway, it's impossible for me to win. Like, I can't. A lot of tough games today. Nobody should be like winning all their games. Like, it's too many solid players. I'm international master. I've drawn like 2 or 3. you know, Mickey's good. Zenchess is good. Staffvargan is good when he's not tilted. Sinus can play very well. Reduce if he doesn't go too far. That's 5. This guy Jesse dropped out, but 5 or 6 players, Miles as well. 5 or 6 players that can play Master Strength in Blitz and Rapid. So basically, I just don't feel like, anyone in this field should be like winning all of their games. I already have 2 or 3 draws. Kuze. Excuse. Kuze has been blocked for some reason. And if you're blocked, wow, Last Miles, what? Last Miles is rating with a party of 69. Last Miles, where did you get a party of 69? I don't want to ask. If you're blocked, you're probably blocked for like leaving my simul. Especially if we have one game. Yeah. Simul abandonment block. No, I don't know why he's blocked. Could have been something else. He did play in a simul 9 months ago. It was a party of 96. How did you get all those players? I don't know why you're blocked. I usually block people for like abandoning simul games or something, but you resigned. Maybe you like were challenging me like multiple times or something, and it was annoying, so I had to block you. I don't know. That's another reason why I'll block people. If you would challenge me like 2 or 3 times in a row and I decline, I'll usually block people. It was a party of 96, however, we played a few games, and so now I just get a nap. Were you streaming while you were playing? I didn't think you were streaming. Thanks for the raid. Oh, we got 1 round left, so we're just in time for the last round. Competition ready is wow, he's running away with it now. The mysterious competition ready. Okay, I just want to see if there's any games still ongoing. I assume that whoever is blocked probably challenged me like to 3 consecutive different Blitz games that I declined. Zenchess. Oh. You guys want to guess the opening? Wonder what kind of opening that could be. Huh. Some kind of weird Joko. Could have been an e4, e5 opening? No, not with a pawn on e6. Wonder what it could have been. Caro Khan. I hate the Caro Khan. No. Guys, thanks for the huge raid from Last Miles. I don't understand where he found all these people. Is that a raid of chess nerds? You guys better get out of here fast, or you're gonna watch some bad chess. Last round of the Slaggy Memorial. You guys want to guess the opening? I say Caro Khan. I don't even remember what Zenchess plays against the Caro Khan now. Modern defense, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a modern. We got the G6. Dark Square Bishop's gone. Modern? What will you do after tournament? What will I do after tournament? I got an early lesson tomorrow, so I gotta prepare to wake up early. Probably nothing. I'll watch some documentaries. I don't really do long streams more than like 3 hours, generally speaking. So, did we get it correct? Well, no, it was a Sicilian with G6. But to be exact, it was a close Sicilian. It was a Grand Prix attack. Zenchess has tried various things against the Sicilian, I guess. What's my favorite documentary? That I don't know. Draw. Black's up a pawn. You know what's funny about this position? Black's a pawn up, but white has the only passed pawn. It's kind of funny. So long as Sanchez doesn't lose any more pawns, he's definitely not worse. But I would assume that a draw is most likely result for this game. Black was hesitating there. I don't know why he didn't play knight d5. Like, he didn't want to draw, but he's asking to do, like, the impossible. Black's not... Neither side's really better. Now knight d5 is like a forced draw. It should be a forced draw. It's an increment. I don't see playing for time here. He has bishop d5, but I think that Black's only trying to lose objectively. Black can lose if he lets the king get any better. To really understand chess commentary... Sanchez traded bishop there? No way. I think it's safer to keep the bishop on, but because Black's king is cut off, I guess White might be winning anyway. Wow. Yeah, I mean, there's no way that either side should have really lost this. But it looks like Black is giving it a serious try. He can blockade for a while. But it looks to me like White is winning. Maybe not. How do we stop that pawn? Okay, you have to get the pawn first. Problem is that Black can't leave the vicinity of the king side. You know, the protected passer on f6. So it looks like he's gonna win. White's gonna win. That was unnecessary. Yeah, no, Black kind of like trying to play for a win when he shouldn't. He could have drawn with knight d5 check. He could have and should have like forced a trade of pieces into opposite color bishop endgame. But I don't know. You know, maybe there was some situation where White could even win opposite color bishop endgame because White's king is better. It could get kind of tricky. Competition Ready now has let's see. They beat Praying Mantis, who's not bad. They drew me. They drew Stapvargan. They beat Giaches. They beat Mickey. And they beat Jasper. This guy I removed from the team for suspicion. I have 4 points. I need a point to catch up. So, I know who's left. Jeroen. Redusa left. Sinus, Jeroen, Gavel Romops, Acerbate. That's the players who are left that can play. Tipubot really, you know, you really stretched it today playing that one game. Yeah, you were unrealistic to try to play for a win there. I thought knight d5 was a draw. So if you draw, it would have been better for everybody. Well, not for Zenchess, I guess. But for me, at least. So Zenchess has played competition already, or no? He hasn't. Oh, well, that's perfect. So Competition Ready plays Zenchess. Oh, that's good. Competition Ready is ready. I play like Stapvargan. Antonio, good to see you. Bedtime for the kids. The baby. You always play better with the baby. Baby's like 20 now. That's how long I've been streaming. Morales is like on his 4th baby. Alright, 96.78, guys. Tomorrow's our subscriber stream. So don't forget to follow and subscribe. Last time I was with a rate of party of 69, which used to be 96 and is now down to 30. They're dropping fast. I don't know where he gets these people. But hopefully a few of them like our stream and come back. We have a cute plushie panda. Say hi. Bye-bye, kids. Hey, I don't talk like that. I'm playing Jasper. Okay. Okay. Well, it's been a while since I played this. The old Bishop B4. I was playing this move in the end of the 80s. And facing it. I once lost a game against Roman Gigi Ashvili with white in like 1988 or 89. Yeah, G3 is a good variation. It's a Rossalimo in reverse. Who had a terrible game I lost in this line once. I used to like to take on C3 unprovoked and do crazy shit like F5 trying to play like a Grand Prix attack. But I don't know how safe that really is. Zen Chess has not turned up. Okay, now they have. They. Zen Chess is not plural. Now some players seem to be. Alright, so we got Rosslimo. Fischer Spassky 92 variation in reverse. That looks like a mistake. What did you say? You're not supposed to play D6 too early? No, they were talking about the Nimzo. Well, I say it's a mistake. I don't know. Yeah, it's a mistake. This is a serious mistake. How serious? Well, since white is white, I don't know. Maybe it's not so bad. Take twice and play, take twice and call me in the morning. You have to take twice and play 92, I guess. That's all your only option. That looks really ugly. Now your structure gets cracked. Do I want to trade queens, though? I'm not absolutely certain it matters that much. Black's better in any case. The c4 pawn is basically gone. But if I don't trade queens, I can play for more than a pawn. Play for an attack. What's happening in the Zen Chess battleground? I should open another window. If I open a split view, though, you guys can't see that, right? Well, you can. But it messes up your whole view of the game, so that sucks. Interesting decision. So he just goes d4. Losing a pawn, but gaining a friend. Alright. Bishop g4. f3. Pawn takes pawn. Which way does he recapture? Don't really want to undouble his pawns, to be honest. So, Bishop g4 is still pretty reasonable. Sanchez has not turned up. Now they have, yes. He has. I can watch it on my other computer. I don't know why I don't do that. You know, I can watch the action on the other computer. But it'll still give me a hard time, right? It'll be like, oh, you're playing the game. And I'm watching my own game on the other computer. Bro, it's so annoying. I don't want to see that. Pawn and Horses Club tournament. Yes. Oh, it just automatically sends me to my own game. You gotta be kidding me, bro. Is it cheating to watch another player's game while I'm playing? Is that cheating? Sanchez down on time, but with a equal looking position. Now White's king is wide open, but he has a good center. There is that. So Sanchez is what is this, a Catalan with queenside castling? Who do we know that plays the yeah, keep thinking competition ready is a Smurf. It looks like I can't catch him, you know. If he draws, it's over, man. No blunders this week. No more questions like that. Sanchez is like trying to lose now. It looks like. Self-pin. Perfect score. Undefeated, competition ready. Wow, 95. Now I missed that. Yeah, I'm going to have to tune that out. I can't watch. What? Wait, how did Sanchez not lose a piece? I don't understand what just happened. He played b6 and White didn't play b4? Competition ready has used 30 seconds for the whole game, like he's trying to show off or something? What's up with that, bro? By the way. I think he's related to Dexter. Competition ready has 6 minutes to Zen chess 2.5. It's really like he tangibly is trying to show off or something. Unclear. But the time used by competition ready is crazy, bro. He's used 30 seconds for the whole game. What's that about? The hell is going on here? Oh man, he hung a pawn. Oh my god, it's a big one. This could change everything. Sanchez might be winning now. He hung his a-pawn straight up. Oh my god. That's a huge factor. It was like he lost in a game against me in a similar way. Competition Ready just doesn't really like to do end games. But he also played ridiculously fast. Fastly. Fasting. I'm afraid that Sanchez could blow this. How's White's king so close? Oh my god. Sanchez just played king f6. I don't believe it. It's a draw now. If he plays f4, I'm not sure. Zen could have played f4. Yeah, really bad endgame by these guys. I can't believe it. It's a draw. That was a real travesty. Thanks for playing, guys. I'm watching the game, but I can't see Sanchez winning. You can't break the blockade. That's a nightmare. How did White's king get back in time? Okay, last round. Guess he was just tired. But it should have been a draw anyway. Oh, the king and pawning game. That's a draw too. King e4, b5. Oh no, try for draw claimed. Draw claim. Alright guys, that was a draw. So, competition ready. Winning the tournament. No matter what happens in my game. So just had him. No, I cut this a little close myself. But we're still winning. Look how fast that king moves. Not this time. All right, congratulations, Competition Tourney undefeated with his first ever. Wow, joined 5 months ago. Did someone report him? Sparkle Horse third. No, sorry, second place. Zenchess with third. Staffvargen unofficially fourth. Euron fifth. Mickey sixth. Sinus seventh. Giachess eighth. Jasper ninth. Or Jasper. Reduce had a bad night tonight. What happened to him? He quit early. Roll Troll Mops came back late, getting to 2.5. Asterbait got on the board with a half point and a full point buy. So only buys today. Bye-bye, Asterbait. Have a great night. Thanks for playing, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow night. For the subscribers, if you are subscribers, and I really appreciate if you are subscribers, because we need your support to keep the stream going. Yeah. We're not getting a lot of support lately. I don't know why, but we did have a great raid from Last Miles. So if you are a subscriber, you can include a game for tomorrow night's analysis stream, which will start at approximately 7 p.m. Maybe a little earlier, 6:30 tomorrow night. I'll see you guys there. Thanks for playing. Congratulations to Coffee House Chess, or Competition Ready, with a crushing undefeated victory at 5.5 out of 7. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.